Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Welcome to it, the Wednesday KBJ After the Show podcast.
Love you, Kevin.
Love you, Jay Bird. Word's starting to get around. My friends are all texting me. Did you hear Don Conley died?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're just now hearing? I mean, are they in town or they're out?
No, this is a buddy of mine. A few of us escaped.
Okay.
A buddy of mine's in Cleveland.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So it's just reached Cleveland.
Yeah. Just somehow I'm still really plugged into the know in Logan.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, well,
You have to be.
my parents are still in the thick of it.
And you're just a plugged-in kind of guy.
Yeah, no, I was very plugged into Logan. Yeah, we were.
Oh, you've told it like a Wonder Year special or a show, and I have it in my head of what Logan is. I've been hearing about Logan, Ohio for 15 years.
Right. Oh,
all of these stories, all of these characters.
50% of the stories involve Don Connolly.
Yeah,
A lot of them did involve Don, yeah.
So-
Yeah, he was one of those people. He definitely stood out. He was a colorful character.
It's like you're a dude that's been telling me these campfire tales. So when I hear of an A-lister like a Conley, passing,
there are a lot of unbelievable things that, we probably all have those in our life that, to me, they were just normal. But, when you step outside and you realize that, wow, if the rest of the world stepped into where I grew up, they'd be like, what the hell is going on around here?
This is some whack S-bomb.
Right, yeah. And it wasn't, we didn't know that. We were so insulated.
It's true.
Well, that's what's so cool about different regions.
Yeah.
That it's normal to you, but
Yeah.
when you leave, you're like, what the shit?
Yeah, by distance, we were 45 minutes from Columbus. Geographically, we were buried in the hills. I mean, we were just tucked down. It's Hocking Valley is what it's called, and you got just, Appalachian Mountains all around you.
I couldn't believe just going 7 hours northwest in Florida, how different that little area was. I mean, the people were different. The way it looked was different.
Oh, you go 7 miles in South Florida, and you're in a completely different area.
True.
You know?
It is
true.
Yeah, no, it's crazy. I can only imagine people around here got to have some crazy stories as well.
But
so.
it was like a culture shock for me though. From going to South Florida up to Marianna, Florida, and that little I mean, it was complete culture shock. People were so nice and so trusting up there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is what's kind of different with it. It is the attitudes are a lot different. They know each other, and
Yes.
I think there's a sense of accountability too. Where you couldn't really go too far out because
Everybody knew everybody, and you would get ratted out.
yeah, and then you would have to live with a stigma. I mean, that was a big part. Reputation's a big thing in those towns. When people really do know who you are, it was a big thing to make sure that you maintain the family name, It
was like my 4th day there, and I was hanging out with one of my buddies and these 2 chicks, and the first thing the girl says to me, "Oh, my mama told me about you." I'm like, what?
Reputation's a big thing.
My mama told me. I've been in town for 4 days.
Oh, yeah.
You're from Palm Beach.
Yeah.
You're right. They knew everything about me.
Absolutely. That's a small town for you, man.
But it was kind of cool, though. I kind of liked it.
Yeah, there's a lot of benefits. It just depends on what you're into, And when I was in it, I hated it. When I got out, I appreciated a lot of it. It's not my style. I was born into a weird place, and that it just didn't fit me. But I get it. I mean, there are a lot of things that you're just like, that's so quaint. That's really cool. That you've got that kind of feel in a small town, and it's so unique to that. And the people that love it, I get it why they love it. And they would hate the city, and it's not their style.
And as you get older, you appreciate it more.
Absolutely.
And you're like, okay, now I see what some of them are saying.
Absolutely. I detested Logan when I first got out. And I'm like, gosh, I cannot wait to get out of here. And I couldn't get out fast enough. And the longer I've been out, the more I look back at the people that I was, had been friends with and grew up with in the town itself. And I'm just like, what a wonderful place. It truly is, and it really is. And you've got amazing stories like this. I'm glad I grew up there.
Reflections of a man at the end of his life.
Yes, you're right, Virginia.
Well, no, I hope it's not the end of Kevin's life.
I'm talking like it is.
Foot in the grave moments.
Yes.
With Kevin.
My boy's got another 40 years at least.
Let's hope so.
He better. He's got a lot of bills. We're going to work you till you fall over dead.
Let's hope I don't pull a Don Conley.
Oh. Do we have an autopsy yet?
No, haven't heard
Those
yet.
things take forever, by the way.
Yeah, don't know. And yeah, I assume that there will probably be word, because Logan is a small town like that, that word will come out, if it was whatever, who knows. But yeah, I don't know yet. But Soon as I do, I will let everybody know.
I mean, we are waiting.
We are sitting on the edge of our seat.
It was amazing how many people were just shocked. Like we felt like we knew Don. It's just we all took it. In fact, somebody sent me a tweet and I go, and when I heard that, I gasped. I was like, oh, Don Conley's dead?
We don't even know him, but we are him.
Yeah, Therese, like, she couldn't believe it.
We're so invested.
I know.
Well, that's also a compliment to your storytelling. You can't tell a good. I mean, you're not telling that story well.
Old people tell great stories.
They do.
Right.
It's what we got. Especially from the hills. Old people from the hills, honestly, it is
That's all they got.
Oh, it was. No,
That's your TV.
That was something that, my grandfather was known on my mom's side, and they grew up they're in the hills in West Virginia, even deeper down, and that was it. He was known to be such a great storyteller, and he'd sit around, and all the kids would gather around, and he would tell stories, and that's what you did. You would have someone that was, and so storytelling, when you look back at now doing radio like we do, I look back at that, what a gift. Some of those people, and I look back at some of my family members now that have now passed, and I remember the stories they told, and they were so good at telling them, and the more they told them, the better they got. And these were just amazing stories, and it really is an art form.
It is.
Today that so many people lose, and I am aware of that because of broadcasting and podcasting and all the stuff that we do, that a lot of people struggle with that skill, knowing how to really tell a great story.
Well, because they've got a program director saying, "Got to make it quick. Let's go, quick, quick," and that gets in people's heads.
It did, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, there was an era of that. And I think with podcasting, that's what's great, because podcasting is more long form, and people are now getting back to wanting to hear a great story like that goes on and has these details and the characters, and people are starting to love that. But some of the skill set is gone because we had 2 decades of radio that was like, people have no attention span. Speed it up. Talk faster. Talk faster.
But that's not true, though. That's a type of person. There's people that like things really quick, and then there's some people that like to lay back and absorb some
I wasn't
stuff.
saying the programmers were ever right. I'm saying that
I know
what they
you're
did
not.
was they
tried to control it.
Sadly,
Yes.
I grew up in the era of radio where it was all about, they used to call them liner car jocks, and they still might, but I quit a station one time because they would give me a card that had everything I was supposed to say on it. And they'd be going, you figure out where this says and don't deviate from the script. And I'm like, so I'm just reading this stuff? And I'm like,
Where's the heart?
Where's the creativity?
There was nothing.
Where's the art?
They didn't, and that was it. And that's what they did to, that was when I was first breaking into radio.
It's
and
like sanitizing it.
it went
take
on.
all the personality out of it.
That's why I had to go into,
Of course.
yeah.
A guy in a stuffy suit came up with that.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I had to go into doing morning radio, because that was the only place where you had any kind of creative license and freedom to do stuff, thankfully. I was able to learn to tell stuff. But yeah, there's now, and the industry suffering from it. And they're like, where's our talent? They can't find up and coming talent. It's hard to find those people that can connect and tell that story.
Because you told them to read liner cards.
Yeah.
And you trained them to do it wrong.
2 decades.
You taught them wrong.
You did. Yeah. Yeah. And so they're realizing, they knew, and there were a lot of people saying, you are going to ruin this industry by doing what you're doing, and they wouldn't listen. So
They often don't.
They often don't. Christy sent this email, and she said, with all the talk of Don Conley and the Tough Logan boys,
Damn.
Wow.
I happened to have passed by this street sign today, and the street sign says Cox Brothers.
Cox Brothers Road.
If there was ever a sign.
Who knows? I don't even know. Honestly, that terrain looks like Logan. I don't know where this is from, but I mean, honestly, you could tell me that was Hocking County in Ohio, Southeast Ohio, and I'd be like, I would believe it. And they would put Cox Brothers on there.
And they earned it.
Yeah, they did.
Fuckers earned it.
They did. Yeah, look at that terrain. That's what it looks like.
That's what happens when you kick that much ass. You get a street named after you.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And people be afraid to go cause trouble on said street.
Yeah. No, you would. If you saw that, you'd be turn
I'm
it
not
around.
going down there.
No. Turn it around. There will probably be a shotgun waiting at the end of that road for you. We got this email from Megan. Said, I think it was about maybe a month ago, you asked listeners to send in photos of restroom doors so that people could guess what establishment they're from. Sorry, it's a little late, but this is from the Tilted Kilt in Boca. You've got Lads, the guy's shitter. And
keep it classy.
Yep, that's how I do it. From Logan. And Lassies, right there for the gals.
Cute.
Yeah,
Very
it is.
cute.
We're putting together a little list of that, and when we get to 10, then we'll put it up on the website as a fun little game. So if you listen to the podcast, it's like your own little cheat sheet.
Oh.
There you go. So
You're in
we
the
get to
secret club.
Yes, we just want interesting bathroom names. We do want them in South Florida. So if you can keep them into the 4 or 5 surrounding counties or the broadcast area, that's where we'd like them from.
It's a fun game.
It is, yeah, because there's been many a times I've gone to a bathroom and I'm sitting there, I'm like, oysters, pearls.
I don't know what I am.
What am I? And I have to think it through.
I've walked into the woman's where there's some weird shit going on in the doors because it's so close.
You're trying to rationalize it.
Yeah.
Oysters, pearls still gets me.
It still gets me too because women wear pearls, but the vagina kind of looks like an oyster.
I know.
I
can't even tell you confidently which one's which.
So the pearls, I think, would represent the testicles, and then the clam or the whatever you said would be the clam.
The oyster.
The oyster would be the pussy.
It looks like a vagina. Yeah. That's what I think. Is that right?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
I'm pretty
It's
sure.
photos, I think.
Photos
Yeah,
a
it's
million
photos, yeah.
times. I can't remember.
I don't, and I every time I go there, I'm like, oh, what is it? What is it? I'm trying to remember because I'm
We
like,
got to go back.
what's the last thing you want in this climate? Walking into the wrong bathroom.
Oh shit! That.
Oh, can you imagine that?
And shit, that wrong shitter.
Oh yeah, and of course that would be the time where it would be I'd run into somebody who knows who I am but doesn't like me, and then
They take to Twitter.
yeah, oh my
Demanding
gosh.
your career is over.
I can't believe what I saw Kevin Ralston
I'd have to come in
do.
here and be like, guys, I'm sorry, KBJ's over. I'd have to erase the K off of that thing and be like, I'm done.
And his eyes looked so beady.
Yeah, he came with murderous eyes. He was going to rape me and kill me in the toilet.
Oh, gee.
I'd be going, yeah, that'd be it. And I'd be like going, guys, I got no defense.
Oh.
Damn it, oysters and pearls. I should have figured out an answer, and I don't know. If anybody does, please let me know, because now I'm afraid to go in.
Yeah, I mean, if you're having a couple drinks and you really don't know the difference, and you're 100% thinking that's the right door, I could see you going in there for a couple minutes.
You just have to linger and loiter, which also looks creepy, until you see somebody else come in or out.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I hate that. Sometimes I'll wait for Denny's to come out of the bathroom. I'm just kind of milling around outside.
Lurking.
And then chicks will walk in. I feel like such a creep.
Well, imagine if, like, I don't even realize it. I'm walking behind a girl that's going to the bathroom, or a girl that's going to the bathroom comes up, and I'm standing out front, and I'm just kind of like looking and peering with these eyes, and she's like going, I'm not going to go to the bathroom. This guy's just sitting there waiting for me to go in there.
He's definitely going to follow me and pounce.
Oh, my gosh. I got this email from Erica. She said, I'm 23. I've been listening to you guys since I was in elementary school. I really love Jaybird and watch his Weird and Whatever podcast when I'm feeling down. For about a week now, I've had one of Jaybird's old songs called Star Wars Tribute stuck in my head, and I have no idea why. I haven't heard the song in 9+ years, but I know almost every word of the song. I was wondering if Jaybird could post a link for the song on YouTube or on your website or even play it on the air.
I wish I could find it. I don't think I have it anymore.
Star Wars Tribute, you lost it?
I mean, it was part. It's in our old computer that crashed. In fact, all of my old songs that I don't have a lot of the stuff from Wild 95.5 because the computer crashed.
Well, okay, so can you just do it a cappella right now?
I really don't remember how it went.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Maybe she can call in and do it a cappella.
Yeah, it was. I think it was about. I think it was about Star Wars dorks. Maybe. I don't know. That was a long time ago. I think it was like 2005.
Yeah. Okay.
I will do my best to try to find it.
If she calls in and sings it for you, I bet it'll kick it back up.
Probably. You guys can't remember it.
No.
No.
I don't like Star Wars, though, so I probably blocked it out on purpose.
I'm working on a new song it's called the Anti-Dirt of the Day song. It's actually called Fuck Dirt of the Day, but we can't say that on the air.
She says, Jason is forever my spirit animal, and listening to him makes me feel like shit's going to be okay. I'd also love to smoke a fat joint with him.
Well, I appreciate those very kind words, and I will do my best to find that for you.
Talk to clouds.
Yeah, talk to clouds.
Meet me at Swampgrass Willie's, apparently.
No, it's Dr. Feelgood's. Get it
Dr.
right.
Feelgood, sorry.
We got here an email from Kimberly. Said a lot of people who love those oils, those essential oils.
Yes, the ones you've been doing that now you're like kind of waffling on.
Yeah.
Should you do them or not?
Yeah. Some people have tried to clarify it a little bit for me. One, there are oils that apparently are, better made than others, so watch the brand. And then the other thing that a lot of people are saying, what that culprit is lavender.
I'm allergic to lavender, so.
Yeah, she says there's a lot of research that does say that oils with lavender does promote breast tissue in males. As long as there's no lavender in the oils, you are good. They have many natural benefits. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Anything goes for lavender and anything. Laundry soap, lotions, etc. Never use anything with lavender for you or your son. Or you will both have bitch titters.
I got bitch titties right now.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, you don't really want to see it.
I do.
A little bit.
It's so funny how one of them is a bitch titty
It
and
is.
one of them's not.
But it's even when I'm skinny, I have a bitch titty. I always have one
You have
large.
a left bitch titty, but the right one looks fine.
They told me that it was part of puberty, and that's when I was 12, and it's never gone down.
Maybe you haven't gone through puberty.
I think I have.
Yeah. How do you know when you're starting to get like, man, because I always check, but I'm like, is that a good way to determine just by cupping it with one hand?
By feel and how your clothes feel.
But yours is different because you actually have pecs. Mine are just tits. There's a difference.
You have muscle.
You have muscle. I just got cheese.
Are your titties made of cheese?
Gosh, I wish my titties were made of cheese. Talk about a superpower.
Yeah. Got this email saying, Jaybird, when you're talking about cleaning the mirror, wait till the mirror is dry, then wipe the streaks with a clean, dry towel. A lot of people were saying newspapers. And we use the squeegee, and the squeegee works great for us.
I think I'm going to do the squeegee, but I'll never remember to get a squeegee. And where the fuck do you get a squeegee?
Where the fuck do you get a newspaper?
Yeah, I think squeegee would be easier to find. Home Depots, Lowe's, all that kind of stuff we'll have. And it's just,
It's so adult.
If I am stuck at one of those kinds of stores, shit has gone so fucking wrong.
Have your dad get it. Yeah, Dad, you pick up a hand squeegee.
Yeah, my dad loves doing shit. Oh, I'll get a squeegee, be great. He loves doing adult shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Crazy, isn't it?
But he likes to do it.
Well, since he's your roommate,
Yeah.
let him be happy.
I'm putting that motherfucker to work.
Let me see here. They wanted this on the live show. I think I'm going to put it here, though. Apologies. Joshua, who sent this in, got a interracial dating problem. He's going to a state university in North Texas, and he's originally from Palm Beach County in a serious relationship with a girl for 1 year. I think he's biracial. I'm half black, mother white, father black. I was adopted into a completely white family, though, the day I was born. And apparently this girl who's like his dream girl, they click and everything's fantastic. And he's, at that age, he's graduating college. So, who knows? He could be married soon.
This could be the one.
Could be the one. All of a sudden she gets distant, starts kind of pushing him away. He's like, what's up? Finds out that it's her parents object. And it is a racial thing.
That's very sad.
That is
That's
going
very
on.
sad.
Yeah, it really is. He says, I have the same ideologies, religions, behavioral standards as my girlfriend, everything. Her dad even told my girlfriend that he really likes me in every way. It's just because of my race.
Ugh.
Which is unbelievable to me.
It's really unbelievable. Like, what are we doing?
She's in a very hard position. She wants to keep dating me and potentially even marry me, but she's also scared of what kind of damage it's going to do to her relationship with her family, especially her dad. And things like that, I would talk to her and look, if you've got issues like that, sometimes there are debates where there's no clear-cut answer who's right or who's wrong. Without question, in the soul of my being of who I am as a person and judging this situation, I will judge this, and I'll judge her dad. And judging anyone because of their race, he is wrong. I view any kind of racism as inherently evil. I don't believe, and who knows? I don't know. With the North Texas thing, and you mentioned religion in this. I'll tell you one thing, honestly, the belief in with my faith is being a Christian. I think they're in conflict with one another.
Yep.
I don't think that you can be a true Christian and be a racist.
Absolutely. And it's really disgusting when you hear somebody who claims to, I'm in church all the time. I love Jesus, Bible this, Bible.
Yeah.
And then they're like, I don't know. I don't associate with those kind of people. Like, what?
Well,
it's
they're wrong.
exactly contradictory of how Jesus lived his life.
Yes.
So please don't be talking about how you're a Jesus person.
Yeah, I mean, your parent, the dad is completely wrong. And if I was the girl, I would stand up to my father and say, Dad, you're wrong, and I'm staying with the guy who I love, and that's what I would do.
Yes.
And that's what that's what you need to do.
And and he shouldn't give up. Don't give up on love because you have a dummy in her family. Don't let this be what tears you apart because he's an idiot.
But she needs to stick up for what's going on. She can't be afraid to go against Daddy.
It sounds like she is.
Yeah, but she's wrong. She's wrong too.
She's being just as bad as Daddy if she lets his racism affect her love life.
Yeah. So Joshua, I would just say, stay on her and be like, look, it hopefully will be something that will pass. Hopefully Dad will learn his lesson as times change and different parts of the country are changing at different rates. Not all of America is going along the same way. And it's, as I've looked more into it over the last couple of years, yeah, it's sad. There's still a lot of racism that exists out there. But, that is the one thing that, in my church and any friends that I have, that is really it. You've just got to identify racism as what it is. And it's evil, and it is in conflict with, if you claim to be Christian, it's in conflict with your faith.
Direct
it truly
conflict.
Is. Direct conflict.
And you can be the change that you want to see in other people. You, by example of fighting for your love and not letting anybody's backward-ass beliefs stand in the way, you'll be a hero.
You have one life to live.
Thank you.
You got to live that fucking thing.
Mm-hmm. So, anyway, hopefully that gets called out. Hopefully Dad one day says, yeah, you're right. Learn a little bit about the religion. If he is using, religion or whatever is part of his backing or whatever, just open the Bible for him.
Yeah.
There you go. Reference Jesus and Gentiles. Look into that, and I'll take care of you. Jesse sent an email and has a GoFundMe story. We were talking about how you judge GoFundMes and whatnot.
Some of us judging a little harsher than others.
Got their own thing. They used theirs for IVF. They had set it up, and they got some backlash from some of their friends, but other friends were really into it. She said, at age 29, I had the egg reserve of a 45-year-old, so time was against us. Some people said, hey, why don't you just adopt? But in many cases, adoption can be more expensive than the IVF. So when we did the GoFundMe, about half the bills got paid. They ran up some credit card debt to take care of the rest, but they got a beautiful 9-year-old baby and 2 more embryos on ice. We know some friends and family were not supportive of our decision to use GoFundMe for this, but that's okay. That's their choice, and I don't fault them for that. But every night when I struggle my sweet little miracle baby, I am so grateful for the outpouring of support we received from the people who contributed to creating her. Yeah, that's why, to me, I don't think every cause is on the same level on GoFundMe. Some of them seem to be very frivolous, or ones where you're like, okay, that's not necessary for that. But that's why, to me, I like the idea of doing a grading system, or at least, saying, hey, look, I realize this isn't like, I've got brain cancer, or, something like my kid needs a life-saving surgery and I'm already working 3 jobs. But note that. And some people in your family from out of the area might be like, oh, it's an easy way for me to donate to your cause.
And if you acknowledge that, because on the GoFundMe, there's a little paragraph where you write about all your needs and you write about your story, basically, they call it.
Yeah.
If you put in your story, hey, I realize that this is not medically necessary. This is not life or death.
Right.
But this is an aching in my heart that I've always wanted to be a mother, and I've always wanted to have my own baby and be able to carry that child and have that experience. I mean, I think that a lot of people will sympathize with that. Yeah, you might get some clap back, but in the end, you got what you wanted.
Keep in mind, this is a business transaction for some people, and you got to sell your story, and it's all on how you present it. And if you are presenting it in a way that's annoying, people are not going to. People aren't going to want to donate.
Right.
If you do it in a way like you're saying, I think people will be more likely to donate.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're admitting it, saying, hey, look, I get it. And you may find that other causes require more, but if you have a passion for this, or maybe you struggled with, infertility yourself, or had our kind of issues, you'd be like going, I have money and I want to give it to your cause.
M&M 8 Mile their ass. Call yourself out before anyone else does.
And there is their beautiful baby right now. Which, yes, that is precious and really good for you on that. She sent a follow-up. She said, I was driving to a meeting while listening to the ATS when y'all were discussing 69ing, and I was laughing so damn hard that I completely lost track of how fast I was going.
I hope she's got some feedback.
She said, so I partially blame you for getting pulled over and speeding, but don't worry. I told the cop I was listening to the KVJ show, and he gave me a warning. Just kidding. I got a fucking ticket.
Flat top cop. Flat top.
Oh, that sucks.
KVJ, huh? Yep.
Yep, flat top cop.
Those fuckers. Yeah.
Double that one up for you. Mm-hmm.
I thought she was going to give me an answer, some research on the 69ing with married couples.
Also, Kenny Garner sent in one. He lives in the Pizzle, works in Broward, gets to listen for 3 hours straight. That's amazing.
Wow, that's a commute.
Yeah, love the podcast. No commercials or music. I was listening to last Thursday's show when you're talking about the beer bus and being at Pirates Well, riding the bull, when Jaber was asking Kevin if he'd be able to get him off. He was enjoying that.
Did you ever get him off at Pirates Well?
No, I never got him off, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, we didn't do it. I knew it was a bad idea to try to get in that bowl, and I tried to stall. There's some people trying to get me on it. And
they're trying to get me on too, and I was doing the same damn thing. I was trying to stall.
Yeah.
My knee is really fucked up right now. I'm so glad I didn't get on the bowl.
Yeah, I was like, I am not going to go on the bowl. I said, I got to take it to the next level. I said, if we get fireworks here, that's a different story. I said, if you can get me fireworks and shoot those off behind me when I'm on that bowl, then okay, that's the next level.
It was so funny because when you were telling me that Denny's was right there, so I walked away, and Denny's comes up to me and goes, so how fucked up is Kevin tonight?
Yeah.
He's sanctioning fireworks?
Yeah, well, because I thought that was going to take care of everything. They'd be going, where the fuck am I going to get fireworks? I'd be like, yeah, see, I can't do it. And the guy's like going, I got fireworks, and they're on their way. I'm like, oh, shit.
Your plan worked, though. They never came.
No, they didn't. Yeah, I was
Thank
able to hold off.
goodness.
Yes. But no, I was sweating there. The last 15 minutes, I kept looking. I'm like, come on, 9 o'clock. Oh, and I beeline right out of there. I'm like, I get out of here.
Well, don't worry. I rode the bull for you, ladies.
I know you did, and did a great job, Virginia.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And Luis sent an email, said he loved the podcast when the fire alarm went off, and we were making fun of the guy who made the announcement.
Was not Leo, by the way.
It was not Leo.
We have confirmation that was not Leo's voice.
Jaber was convinced.
I think that's the day I was drinking a lot, though.
You bet us all kinds of cash money.
What did I do?
I think you bet us $50.
No.
And then you doubled down.
Yeah.
Did I?
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, well, I guess I owe you guys some money.
I'll see you at Blue Martini Boca on Friday.
Drinks are on the bird. That's completely fine. I will pay.
Yeah, boy, that's coming up. Another.
I know, Kevin.
Oh my God!
Really, my soul is really starting to have a talk with me.
With you, huh?
Yes.
And it's saying what?
Dude, do you have to do you have to drink at every event? I'm like, yeah, I do, Soul. I'm sorry.
I do.
Don't worry, you'll have a little bit of Saturday downtime, but then Sunday, be back at it at Pride Fest.
We'll be back at it at Pride Fest.
Remix. She's already DJing the float.
I love being in a parade.
Back at it.
I don't like when we're in a parade and we run out of shit. Then I want to run off of the float and hide.
I've got a lot of stuff to throw. We shouldn't run out.
Should I bring just like crackers or something?
Absolutely. I love to bring snacks, chips.
Remember what the parade we did in Miami? We had nothing. And we were just in a parade, just
waving.
Was that the St. Patrick's Day?
I can't remember.
I think
We
it was
just
around Young Circle, right, in Hollywood.
3 assholes waving at people who did not know who the hell they were. Like, hey.
I hate that. I hate being in a parade with nothing to throw.
They turn on you.
They do, and they should.
Yeah, well, I think everybody else in that parade was throwing stuff.
Oh, they were throwing like subs and all kind of great shit.
Yeah.
You should throw weird stuff. You should throw like cheese,
Cans of Chef Boyardee,
ham sandwiches.
Oh man, I clocked this one kid last year. I still feel bad about it. It was a pair of these big goofy glasses, and I throw them, hit her right in the forehead. I'm like, I'm so sorry, kid.
I'm sorry, kid.
When that bruise healed, he loved those goofy glasses.
It was a girl. I felt like such a dick.
Oh, it was a girl.
Yeah. I didn't mean for it to go so horrific.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. All right, got any things for the podcast? Send us emails, mail@kvjshow.com. It's going to do it for us today. Go check out Bud's Chicken and Seafood. I found out they've got gravy. If you want to just go get a cup of gravy, they can give that to you.
They got macaroni and cheese too. Suits eats that stuff by the tons.
Yeah, he does.
He,
huh?
oh my God, I think that's where he gets his energy from.
Do you know what kind of cheese they use in the mac and cheese?
This is Virginia's new thing. She likes to quiz me about Bud stuff that she knows I don't know, just so I look like an asshole and that I'm not prepared. Kind of a fucked up trick, honestly. Go get some Buds.
That mac and cheese is next level. If you
great.
haven't had their mac and cheese, you need to have it. Rocco is very picky. It is his favorite.
He loves it, huh?
It is
Loves
good.
it.
Kev doesn't eat stuff like that anymore, but I'll describe it to you later.
Okay, I appreciate it. It sounds good. I'll smell it.
Okay.
It smells amazing. Go check out Bud's. They got 7 locations throughout South Florida. Bud sauce, bird sauce, all kinds of good stuff. I'll probably drink a little bit of the sauce.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it'd be
should
good
bring
for
you
me.
in some bird sauce, actually.
Yeah, I'd like to take a little ride on that. I'd like to try that Bud sauce too.
Oh
Gotta go a
yeah,
little bit.
that's big boy sauce.
Yeah.
Bud sauce for me goes with the crab cake. So nice.
Yeah, I dabble in the sauce a little bit. So.
Hey, you're turning me on, baby.
Oh yeah. All right, enjoy it. We'll talk to y'all later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.